Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there was a Kwanza retreat in Naivasha, which brought together the cabinet, members of parliament, senators, and the entire Kwanza administration together. And without discussing what was said in that event, we also saw photos emerging on social media. And there is one photo that Kenyans are still discussing about, where William Ruto together with Rigathi Gachagua and David Ndii was taken a photo, which is now circulating on social media. If you look at that photo, then people have been questioning about David Ndii, number one, increase in body weight. Wanasema tummy imeongezeka. And that tells you that yes, there is difference between David Ndii of campaign and the previous time and the current one right now. That is the main discussion. People are asking what happened to David Ndii and all those kind of questions. And Miguna was among the first people to ask this question. If you go to his tweet, he shared the photo. And this is what he asked, just one sentence. What happened to David Ndii? That's Miguna. Na akaachia hapa, and if you see utaona kweli Ndii is huge. Big and tall. Then after this, there was another tweet from Mutahi Ngunyi, which has now brought in more discussion about the situation in the Statehouse. What normally happened at Statehouse under William Samuel Ruto, because Mutahi Ngunyi is a former resident at Statehouse. According to Mutahi Ngunyi, Ndii is increasing in weight because of lamb chops and the bar at Statehouse. This is what he shared after seeing many Kenyans talking about David Ndii. And by the way, I'll take you to another tweet from David Ndii in response to this. Leave David Ndii alone. It is the lamb chops at Statehouse and a good appetite. My tummy was bigger when I was resident there, and we had a bar. Mark the word bar, because we will go back to this discussion on that tweet. But above all, there are two tweets from David Ndii. One, he is reacting to the current remarks from Kenyans as far as his body is concerned. And two, the previous tweet he did on 6 November 2018. First of all, Yasaiz Ndii. This is what he's saying. To be overweight is a remediable personal challenge of little or no consequence to the general public. To be empty-headed is an incurable societal burden. Ingine ameneka na Kikuyu. To have so many imbeciles with nothing better to talk on a public platform is a national tragedy. Sasa amesema hii ni national tragedy as long as Kenyans are discussing about him because of his weight. Anyway, some time back, on 6th November 2018, this is what David Ndii had to say about with the weight. Thinking with the stomach is very common affliction in many parts of this diffusionary country. Its logical conclusion is that a well-fed slave is better off than a hungry, free man. Well-fed of slave is better than a hungry, free man. Wewe ni David Ndii. Ni heri mateka ambaye amelishwa vizuri kuliko mwananchi ambaye ako njaa na ako free. Is he confirming to us today that it's better off being enslaved under William Ruto? Or what is he telling us? I want to hear your comments. And as we continue with this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, first of all, let us go back to Mutahi Ngunyi's tweet. There is two things Ngunyi is confirming to us here. Number one, there is good life in Statehouse, whereby you can get anything you want at your disposal. Anasema kuna lamb chops. Nyama iko kule, steak nzuri kabisa. They eat as long as you have appetite. Therefore, possibility of Ngunyi Ndii eating nyama choma kule iko. Beside this, he said there was bar. Oh, what's wrong? There was bar at Statehouse. And he was enjoying that. And by the time he was leaving, he was mkubwa zaidi, alikuwa ameongezeka. It was more heavy. Is he confirming to us today that the bar that he left at Statehouse when Uhuru handed over power to William Ruto was not destroyed? Instead, it was stocked. This is the conclusion Kenyans are now making out of Mutahi Ngunyi's post. That if there was a bar at Statehouse, then William Ruto came to power. And we are seeing is confirming that meat and the drink, ile, pombe Statehouse, it made him to increase weight. He's alluding this to the current situation of David Ndii. Therefore, we can conclude on this punchline and tell you, going by what Mutahi Ngunyi is sharing with us, he is telling us that Ruto never destroyed the bar if there was one at Statehouse. Instead, he stocked that bar to the fullest. Therefore, those who like to drink, they have their beer at Statehouse. This is a confirmation from David Ndii, from Mutahi Ngunyi. As far as David Ndii's situation is concerned, ni mtu anakula nyama alafu anakunywa kwa kiasi cha hoja, alafu pia mnaona mwili inanona, anazidi kukua. This is a confirmation here. Or else, what can we say? Remember, we are talking about this because the man in Statehouse told us he don't drink, he don't encourage drinking, and is going to destroy every altar laid at Statehouse for drinking. Instead, he is going to raise an altar for worshiping God. Kulingana na yeye pombe ni mbaya. Na sasa sisi tunaona hata wacha nisitaje, lakini kuna makanisa yanatumia kinywaji kama sacrament. I have no problem with those who drink na wale wenye wakunywa, sina shida nao. But we know there is problem with excessive drinking to your health, and above all, you misbehave. Lakini kulingana na Mheshimiwa William Ruto, alisema yeye ni mtakatifu wa watakatifu, hata kubali mambo ya pombe, yeye hakunywi vileo. Kwa hivyo akienda Statehouse atajenga madhabahu ya kumtukuza Mungu na atabomoa madhabahu ya pombe. Wakasema Uhuru alikosa kuongoza nchi vizuri kwa sababu alikuwa mlevi, alikuwa ameweka bar kwa Statehouse. Ndii is confirming to us with his increase in body weight that maybe bar haikubomolewa, and that has been rubber stamped by by Mutahi Ngunyi, that kulikuwa na bar kule. He's confirming that. Kama anaona ya kwamba now he's pointing fingers at Uhuru Kenyatta, let him know that people are concluding by saying that, oh, then it means Ruto has stocked back the bar. It is full. Wale wa vileo wakunywe. That's a conclusion. But then, let us go back also to the David Ndii tweet. Alisema, ni heri mfungwa ambaye amelishwa kuliko yule amewachwa uhuru. This was in 2018. He was part of opposition after the 2017 election. Remember, David Ndii was part of the economic team leading Raila Odinga campaign. By that time, thinking with the stomach is a very common affliction in many parts of this revolutionary country. Wale wanafikiria na tumbo. Kwa hivyo swali ni kwamba kama yeye ameongeza kwa kimo kwamba tumeona ako na tumbo kubwa. So Kenyans are asking on social media, David Ndii, are you thinking with your stomach now? Is that the reason why we are seeing our economy unstable? Is that the reason why this regime was advised by such kind of mind to go for the G2G oil deal that landed us in a huge problem, which never solved our issues until when they cut off that deal? Ile Wakenya waliita gangster to gangster oil deal. Hao ndio waliongoza, hatuko na dola ikifunguka bila walisema. Look on how our economy is doing. We can say Ruto has one of the worst advisors because the economy is failing. And if indeed they are good advisors, then again we can conclude that Ruto does not listen to advisors. And then we question there also, if you advise someone on matters to do with the economy, you take salary for that, you are stationed at Statehouse, and the man is not taking your advice, what business do you still have to stay in that office rather than resigning to clean your name? Ni hivyo tu. Kwa sababu they have refused to wash their name clean, it means they are part of this mess, and that the advice they are feeding William Ruto with. Ukiona economy ikianguka, watu kama hawa David Ndii, na wametuambia watu wakifikiria na tumbo ni shida kubwa, they are part of this problem. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.